broken this down so that you guys can understand what we're doing as of right now. Because remember, this whole thing is self-paced, but you still have to meet my deadlines. And to make sure and guide you along this path of the vector art, I've broken it down to tasks, to what you're completing. So this week, that the assignment 5, I believe it's due on tomorrow. I believe it's tomorrow, Thursday. So as you've been looking through Echo, I've already told you to look through all of these activities, been looking through the projects, because we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Looked at the entry document. You can go back and look at the entry document to make sure. And then these are resources. So these are things that are going to help you get to this. You can look at 5 real quick, but don't jump into doing the assignment 5 because you have to do those. Now here's the to-do list to break it down even more. Hero. There's a part 2 to this. It says part 1, part 2's here, but I'm saying focus on part 1 first. This is the order I would do it all in. Hero. Find who inspires you, who do you respect, who do you trust, who shows respect, who shows responsibility. A role model that's been a hero to you. This can be your parents, your relative, your teacher, your friend. Some kind of figure like an actor, actress, an athlete, a musician. It can even be a president. It could be one of those people. Take a picture, upload it to your Google Drive, take or find a picture, and then name it hero. Rename it hero. Make sure that you keep those dot, whatever past the dot on that file name, if it's .jpeg or if it's .heic or whatever, keep those in there. Don't just completely rename it hero and that's all you see. So it's hero dot whatever. This will take you about 10 minutes. Shouldn't take you any longer than that. So I would say get that done as soon as possible within this day. So this one, and this one, you can knock out all in one day, maybe even half a day. Even you can knock these out in one class. This will be done in one class period. Signature. On a piece of paper, write your name in cursive, take a picture of your signature in cursive, upload it to your vector folder in Google, and rename the file signature. Again, leave the last 3, everything after the .jpeg, .heic, or whatever. Keep that in there. We want to, it's very important. You'll find out why later. And then vector program. You need to pick one. You're either using Adobe Illustrator, Vectorpia, or Vector. Sign, find it, open it, you and your partner. I would suggest you and your partner pick one that you both are going to use because that's going to be your buddy. That is the buddy system. Both of you are working to figure it out and both of you are going to turn to each other. And yes, you can also have another group that you can turn to, someone in your class period or someone that may be in a different class period. And then you also have me that you can turn to. But your job is to pick something and go with it. And weigh your options. Am I going to strictly do this all in class? And great, I'm going to use Adobe Illustrator. Am I going to do this in class and then also outside class? Well, if I'm going to stay in Adobe Illustrator because there's more tutorials that I can find on it, then I'm going to have to come in a little bit, and that's fine using Adobe Illustrator. If you want to use Vectorpia, you're going to have to do a little bit more work as far as saving, do a little bit extra, but it's fine. It's similar to Adobe, but I'll show you how to save. And Vector, if you can access that, you can, but I'm going to say these are your top 2 choices. Find and open those programs. Practice getting into them. Then I say explore, play with it. Create something fun with the test bin. Try only the test bin. I know it's easy to get caught up in all the other stuff, but use a test bin. Test it using the pin only. See what you can make. Try something from one of these resources that we have right here. Again, this is going to help you work the programs. Look at this and then try B, C. B is something that you're going to definitely try. C you looked at and I kind of showed you a little bit in class, some of you. And then these are tips that you want to think about when you're using this. So this will help guide you. And then here's Adobe tips. Again, if it's for Adobe, more than likely the ideas can apply to Vectorpia. And then Also check out some of those. Those are some videos that I've created. All right. So look through all this. Again, this should take you one class period to knock out. You will be coming back to this one. And that's why I said it's going to be a day that you're going to be looking through it. Look through the resources A through F. You may be in a section, one of them. Now, I said work through, where is that? Right here. B. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 things to check out. I updated it because one of the ones didn't work. So the Bezier game, you have the linearity, and here's a video that helps guide you through it. And you have all these other ones. I would suggest to work through 4 of them, and then you'll get really good at the pin. And then once you've looked at that, it says work through resource B, 4 activities. Once you work it through these 4 activities, because there's 5, then you'll have a good understanding of how to use the pen tool, like I said right here. And then you can go into your assignment E with a lot more confidence. You can work with 2 activities if you want to, and then jump into assignment E. But then I would suggest to come back to D and look at resource B. Look at that resource, practice with it, get really good at it, and then go back to there. You may be jumping back between D and E, which is totally fine. But if you, in the perfect world, you would learn all of D and then go to E. And in an experimental world where I just want to figure it out, do a little bit of D, a little bit of E, a little bit of D, a little bit of E, just going back and forth. In assignment E, I broke it up. There's 2 parts again. There's the hero part and the signature part. If you look in the assignment 5, it's already broken up for you. I tell you what to do. Here's the hero section, and then here's the signature section. Follow those instructions, and you'll be fine. Okay, so here's breaking it all up. Few minutes, few minutes, few minutes. You can knock this all out in one day. I would think you can knock out A through D in one day. So hero, signature, vector program, practice. And then spend your time right here. This is going to be a little bit of time. Definitely use your mouse. If you're using your laptop, connect a mouse to it. It's just easier in my experience.